Hey YouTubies, welcome back to Market Recap. So let's look and see what the market did today and see where we might be possibly headed from here. The market had a strong sell-off today, and per our video yesterday, we looked at this level of resistance that has been in play, started back on June 2nd, came back retested on June 15th, and continue to kind of hold strong here over the next several days. And last night we had a strong sell off to the downside. So previously we noted that there was a change of character here in the lows that were established. And so we're looking to see if we're going to continue to see downside on this. I would anticipate that we would, but we did see support hold up here from our previous demand zone. So it'd be interesting to see what the day entails for tomorrow. We could continue to see it sell off, and then we could also retest this area up here again to kind of close this gap. There's not really a way of knowing which direction it's going to go until we see some more market structure form on the lower time frames. But for today, we did go ahead and see that sell-off that I spoke about beginning last week. This was the 15th. Yeah. So I started talking about price coming back into this level of resistance last week, and that did hold strong. Let's see what Tesla did today. So Tesla also sold off on today, much I'm sure as a lot of other things did as well. But Tesla had a strong sell-off overnight as well. It closed yesterday evening at 405 and opened at 392 and continued to sell to 381 today. So if you did catch that selling opportunity, it was a pretty awesome one. And so we are looking at it holding at this demand zone and seeing whether or not this set of lows is going to hold and push the market back to the upside. So we'd be looking to see that. Here's that demand zone that I would be looking for it to hold and push back to the upside. So that would be my Tesla recap. We do have this supply zone up here, so I needed to see it push past 445 in order to think that Tesla is going to continue up. Next, looking at SPY. SPY pretty much did the same thing that the Qs did. It had a level of resistance up here, which it also held and did not retest like the Qs did. It went ahead and sold off heavy overnight as well. And so, again, we did have a change of character here on SPY. I'm looking to see whether or not this demand zone will hold, or if we're going to go ahead and continue to push further down to the downside. Right now, it looks like we're seeing a tiny bit of a bounce after hours, but not too much, not much of one to say that we're going to bounce overnight. So we will continue to look at this and market recap and see what direction we're going. But if I had to say what direction we're going, the next level of support that I would be looking at would be at 717. So that's another $15 drop to the downside. We'll see if we get there or if we bounce prior to then. But I would expect more continuation to the downside, especially given that the Fed did hold rates. And they even mentioned potentially hiking rates at the end of last week. So I'm sure they will credit that to the market sell-off, but we saw that this resistance was holding prior to the Fed meeting. We take a look and see what gold did on today. So we did see this change of character on gold with minor structure, but and it did not create a new low down here. So I would be looking to see if we can finally get that bounce on gold back to the upside. I would be anticipating that if I marked off our supply zone here, so it's previous supply, I'll delete some of these smaller zones that I have on here. And I would be looking for gold to try to push back to the upside. If not, we're going to continue to the downside. We have been in this downtrend for quite some time. If we look at our trend line here, this downtrend started back in January of 2026, January this year. So we've been in a downtrend for 6 months. And we actually did have a change of character on gold uh, as early as the beginning of this month is when we saw that change of character on gold. So what I would be looking for is a retest of the highs up here at 5270, or even going as high as 5500, the top of this zone. But I would, anticipate that gold could sell off again once we retested the highs up here. So looking to see if we could finally get that retest um, of the highs up here, which would make sense if gold goes up if the market is going to continue to go down. And then oil, we looked at oil yesterday. This was yesterday's candle on oil. Oil did go ahead and finish dropping to our trend line. So we got a perfect touch of the trend line today. We'll see if we can get a bounce of oil at this point, or is oil going to continue to break through, and we'll see lower prices if that does. If the price of oil continues to drop, maybe we can also see a drop in gas prices, or continue to see that drop in gas prices that we've kind of seen at the pumps, a little bit of relief. If not, we'll see a bounce at this point. And right now, gold is in a downtrend for as it pertains to market structure. So we do have this set of lows that was created here. We had a change of character with a retest of our supply area. And so I would want to see a bounce back into these most recent highs in order to continue selling off to the downside. So I would be looking around the $92 area for oil to bounce back into and then continue to sell off. And that is pretty much the market recap. So if you guys want to see me analyze other stocks, please make sure to drop those down in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this information out to someone who could utilize a market recap in their potential moves for the market on tomorrow. But until then, that is all that your girl has. So be good, be great, and I'll see you on tomorrow.